Hey everybody, Circus here. In continuation with my Hunt Weapon Guide series, I bring you the second installment, focusing on one of my absolute favorite weapons in Hunt, and possibly one of the most satisfying guns in any modern FPS game. That gun is the Winfield Centennial, the bigger, badder brother of the Winfield family. The Centennial is based off of the real-world Winchester Model 1876 carbine. The 1876 is a saddle ring lever action carbine with a 9-round tube magazine and a commonly fired a 4570 cartridge, but it was chambered in a few others as well. Most of the Model 1876s were shipped off for use by the Northwest Mounted Police, also known as the Canadian Mounties. They used the rifle to keep the peace in the Northwest Territories. The rifle had some problems brought on by the rough campaigns of the Mounties. This included barrels separating from the gun's receiver. The Mounties were often equipped with inferior grade ammunition and suffered ballistic and accuracy problems because of this. But our Hunt description reads, Winfield made, lever action repeating rifle, high muzzle velocity and good damage at range. And in the bayou, and now the forest, we are treated to one of the best all-around rifles that we have access to. And let's not kid ourselves. The Centennial has one of the best rifle cracks in the entire game. So let's get the stats out of the way. The Centennial fires medium ammo and it starts with 12 spare bullets. It comes in 4 flavors. We have our default Centennial for $157. This does 123 damage, has a muzzle velocity of 600 meters per second, and a drop range of 140 meters. Notably, it has a vertical recoil stat of 11 degrees. Then we have the Trauma variant for $167. This has a blunt melee weapon strapped to the stock. We have increased vertical recoil with this version, up to 12.5 degrees. Then we have the Centennial Sniper. This is $181, but it's equipped with a sniper scope for better long-range accuracy. This version has a spread of 37.5 versus the default of 25. This means it's a little less accurate when fired from the hip. Then we have the Centennial Shorty for $103. This does 120 damage, has a velocity of 540 meters per second, a drop range of 100 meters, and a spread of 42.5 plus 100 sway. And then there's the Shorty Silenced. This is $137 and it has a muzzle velocity of 390 meters per second. It has a drop range of 95 meters, but it's otherwise identical to the standard Shorty. All variants have access to the stock medium ammo, Dum Dum ammo for $50, Full Metal Jacket ammo for $50, High Velocity for $60, and Poison ammo for $50. All versions of the rifle benefit from levering for 4 points, and all non-scoped versions benefit from Iron Eye for 3 trait points. The Centennial Sniper benefits from Steady Aim and Sniper Scopesmith. These traits are 2 points each. The Shorties can be taken in conjunction with a large weapon if you take Quartermaster for 6 points. Now, due to the overhaul of the ballistic system in the new engine update, I think medium ammo received a bit of a buff, and I believe the Centennial was strong even beforehand. It is and was a fast-shooting, decently powered rifle that excels in mid-range engagements, especially those within a compound. The full-size rifle packs 123 damage. This means that the Centennial is unable to put down a hunter who is missing a 25 HP health chunk, and that's really the weapon's major weak point. But due to the Centennial's fire rate and its damage, it makes other players duck and it has to be acknowledged in a fight. At close range, the Centennial loses to shotguns and faster firing weapons, notably its little Winfield brothers and various carbines. It's not that the Centennial is terrible up close with levering, but its slower fire rate can be punishing if you aren't playing angles and cover correctly. The thing with the Centennial is that you are going into both close and long-range engagements with a slight disadvantage based on what your opponent is using. But the Centennial also excels at finding purchase in these sort of underdog encounters, allowing you to come out on top. The Centennial isn't exactly strong in every situation, but it's not really weak in any either. And the Centennial excels with its stock ammo, especially when you pair it with a medium ammo pistol, but more on that later. We need to talk ammo, and we need to talk about the strength of medium Dum Dum ammo. Dum-dum ammo on the Centennial is straight up nasty, and the sacrifice of bullet penetration is well worth it. Dum-dum ammo works great on all variants of the rifle, but I think is weakest on the sniper version. Bleed ammo reduces our drop range to 115 meters, and on the base version of the rifle, it drops our muzzle velocity to 480 meters per second. For the Centennial sniper, I like high velocity ammo. It increases our muzzle velocity to 725 meters per second, which effectively makes the Centennial a hit scan weapon. What I mean is, the bullet needs minimal lead to hit our targets because of that high velocity. This increases our vertical recoil a bit, but it also increases our drop range. And while high velocity works great on all Centennials, I think it excels on the sniper. Poison ammo is interesting. I think it's more common to run bloodless than an antidote shot, at least currently, but I also think that dum-dum ammo is really strong on the Centennial, and it's effectively better than the poison ammo since neither can penetrate. This said, poison ammo doesn't affect the stats of the gun at all compared to its dum-dum counterpart. But I also think poison ammo pairs worse with the packs. That's an important combination that we'll talk about soon. And while poison prevents healing, it doesn't cause the same panic that bleeding can. This is because the only response to poison is to wait out its status effect. The response to bleeding is to hold a key to stop it. This means you are forcing more from a player when you cause bleed. It's not much more, but it can be enough for them to make a panicked decision. Poison also cannot kill, but bleeding can. I do like poison ammo on the Silent Shorty, and it can work on other variants. This is just food for thought. And I personally like FMJ on the Centennial. It lowers our muzzle velocity to 480 meters per second and down to 432 meters per second on the Silent Shorty. But it does give us a little more penetration. Now, this is my own bias because I have run the Centennial with FMJ so often that leading with it feels relatively natural. It does decrease our drop range to 110 meters on the base rifle and generally is slowing us down. But that's because in the engine update, stock ammo became a bit stronger in general, and I think that leaves us, in most situations, preferring stock ammo or dum-dum ammo when it comes to the Centennial. Both are great options, it just comes down to which you prefer. Bleed ammo can apply immense pressure, but it lacks penetration. Stock ammo can easily be found, but it's a little boring. That said, the Centennial is a boring gun, but in a good way. It's a big lever action Winfield, and that means it can benefit from levering. The Centennial is actually pretty inexpensive trade-wise, but we have options to go big. If you're not using the sniper version, Iron Eye for 3 points is a must-take. It increases our rate of fire too much to not use it. I also think levering is worth taking, just as insurance, but levering is not the ideal use for the Centennial. But I would rather have levering and not need it than not have it and wish I did. I tend to pick up levering in my first big swing of traits, like after a successful game. And like most scoped weapons in Hunt, steady aim for the Sniper Centennial is a luxury, but it's worth picking up if that's the version you're using. Lastly, Quartermaster with the Shorty is a great combination. Silenced or not, the Centennial is a great complement to the Sparks and to shotguns. Even the crossbow is a really good pairing, and obviously without Quartermaster, you can pair the Shorty with any medium weapon of your choosing. It's a versatile weapon. A big advantage to the Centennial is that you can double dip its ammo pool with the Pax and Scotfield families. Between the two pistols, we have access to FMJ, dum-dum ammo, poison ammo, and high velocity. It's just a matter of mixing and matching the right pistol based on ammo types. If I am running fanning, I prefer the Pax or the Pax True Shot. If I am not running fanning, I love the Scotfield Spitfire. But really, it all works. The medium ammo pistols with the Centennial increase our ammo pool to 24, which gives us a little bit more headroom. And if we bring levering, we may never even use our pistol. It may just be an ammo mule, which means we can focus on the cheapest Scotfield or the cheapest Pax. Another cool pairing with the Centennial is the hand crossbow, typically with dragon bolts. The hand crossbow is one of the strongest items in Hunt, and it deserves its own video, but suffice to say, being able to knock off a hunter's bars or burn a down player at a moment's notice is a big deal, not to mention the general area denial that the hand crossbow can provide. It works with the Centennial because the Centennial is very versatile in almost every form. We have a decent amount of spare ammo, we have access to all the major ammo types besides fire, we have decent velocity, range, and fire rate. So we can hold down most engagements with just the Centennial and get the utility of the hand crossbow to boot. An interesting pairing with the Sniper Centennial is any pistol that shoots fast. While we can use levering with the sniper, it's at its worst, so it may be better to forego levering and to focus either on fanning or just a quick pistol like a Nagant officer. At the end of the day, the Centennial is the rifle that you drag through the mud and it frags out the entire time. It's one of the most satisfying weapons in Hunt. It has access to a whole bunch of different ammo types and variations, and it's truly a jack of all trades, able to fight up close and at longer range, but truly excelling in that mid-range where it outdamages smaller weapons and outpaces larger ones. So, my Centennial brethren, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, consider dropping me a like, and I would love it if you subscribed. Thanks for all the support, and as always, good luck in the bayou.